Call this meeting to order. We'll ask Mr. Stringfellow if he would lead us in prayer in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes, sir. Our Father, we come to Thee tonight asking for Your blessings and wisdom and understanding for us as we conduct the business of the children of Mobile County. We ask for your guidance so that we can seek to first understand as we make these critical decisions that impact our school system. Our Father, we ask for Your protection and guidance for our superintendent and her staff and all of our teachers and staff members throughout our school system as they work daily with the children of Mobile County. Our Father, we also ask for Your help for all of the people that are still affected by the hurricanes and earthquakes and other natural disasters that have occurred and are continuing to occur that affect their lives. We ask for Your help and our understanding as how we can go about helping them. Please protect our first responders, our police and firemen and others, and our military as they protect us around the world. And our Father, we also ask that You guide our national and state and local leaders as they try to conduct the business for our country in these tenuous times that we're in. We ask all these things in Thy name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, can we get a motion at this time to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Get a second?
Second.
Move proper second to approve the minutes in readiness. All in favor by sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Adoption of the agenda, can I get a motion to such?
So moved.
Get a second?
Second.
Moving proper second that we adopt the agenda. In readiness, all in favor by sign of aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Are there any announcements, Mr. Stringfellow?
No, sir.
Dr. Foster?
No.
Mr. Battles?
No, sir.
Mr. Hartwell? No, sir. Ms. Pete, you have an announcements?
Just one announcement, the Worlds of Opportunity was held last week. It was very successful, and it's by Saudi Sea, but Larry Mouton is one of the main people who helped organize that event, he and his staff in the Workforce Development Division.
Ms. Peak, I'd like to add that I was down there, and according to, I think if I'm correct, Mr. Mouton, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you had a greater attendance this year than you've had in the past?
This is our biggest year. I think that we started the survey of the students and adults today, and I think we're not only going to find it's the biggest year, but also one of the best years we've had by far.
And I also noticed, Ms. Peak, there were some people from other school systems that were looking at what we're doing and with hopes and plans to maybe copy that and do it in their system, so that speaks well for us like that.
Okay, any further announcements, Pete?
That's all for me.
Okay, this time we go to reports and recognitions.
We have a few tonight. First, I'd like to call forward Katori James and Latrenda Salter from BC Rain High School and Mr. Battles. And also Keenan Carter and Debbie Andrus from Davidson High School.
Call Mr. Stringfellow. Stringfellow, Davidson.
Davidson is Mr. Stringfellow.
Did I say? I'm sorry. Who did I say?
Didn't say anybody. No one.
Sorry. I have your name here. All right, got it. Okay. Tonight, we'd like to recognize 2 Mobile County Public Schools students and their sponsors for being elected to statewide and nationwide offices of the FBLA, which stands for Future Business Leaders of America. First, Katori James of BC Rain High School has been elected to serve as the state FBLA District 3 Vice President. Katori will represent the counties of District 3 at all state FBLA and regional FBLA events this school year. Katori's success is due in part to the hard work of his dedicated sponsor, Ms. Latrenda Salter. I'm going to give you a word. I'll take a picture.
We're going to say good afternoon to everybody that's in attendance tonight.
It is with great pleasure that I present to Mr. Kotora James from BC Rain High School, the Alabama FBLA District 3 Vice President. Sir, on behalf of the Board of School Commissioners, we just send our congratulations to you and for your continued success in the future.
All three of you. All right, smile.
And the second one is to Latrendra Salter, Alabama FBLA State Officer Advisor. On behalf of the Board of School Commissioners, we present to you this certificate of recognition for your significant work in trying to improve the quality of education, not only for the students of BC Rain, but the example that you are setting so that our students can be a role model throughout the entire system. On behalf of the Board of School Commissioners, with our president, we present to you this certificate of recognition.
I'm not going to make her, huh, if she doesn't want to. All right. And Mr. Keaton Carter of Davidson High School was elected to serve as the National FBLA Southern Region Vice President. His region covers 12 states, including Alabama. Keenan also serves as the Alabama State President. He is the first FBLA member from Mobile County Public Schools to serve as a national officer. His sponsor, Miss Debbie Andrus, is also being recognized for receiving 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards for her years of dedicated work with the FBLA. She was inducted into the Alabama FBLA Sponsor Hall of Fame, and her name is now on the National FBLA Wall of Fame. Congratulations.
All right.
Well, Keenan, I'd like to say that receiving such a prestigious honor, the future business leaders of America, I assume that one day I'll see you as a CEO of some company or something here, corporation. I hope so. And it's quite an honor to be elected to the office that you are now going to serve like that. So I'd like to present to you this certificate of recognition to Keenan Carter for his accomplishment of being the state FBLA state president, and we wish you the best of luck in the future, and this is signed by all of the board members and our superintendent, Ms. Peak. Congratulations to you. And of course, it takes a good leader in order for this kind of thing to occur.
There you go.
I wasn't going to hesitate on that, Ms. Andrus, like that. And we appreciate everything you do with the young people that you served, and it's quite an honor for Keenan to represent our system in your school and your work and so forth. And we would like to thank you also with this certificate of recognition from the school board and our superintendent. Congratulations, Ms. Oh, you're going to be a CEO.
Sure.
We gotta open it?
And now I'd like to call forward Ms. Asha Kidd, principal of Augusta Evans Special School, and Dr. Reginald Crenshaw, and representatives of Krispy Kreme.
Oh, what the donuts?
The Mobile County Board of School Commissioners would like to publicly thank Krispy Kreme for supporting the Mardi Gras bead program at Augusta Evans Special School for more than 2 decades now. Each year, Krispy Kreme offers customers free donuts in return for donations of 10 pounds of Mardi Gras beads. That's roughly the size of a grocery store bag. The beads are collected over a 3-day period, and last year, 82 pallets of beads were collected for Augusta Evans. At Augusta Evans, students in the Career Technical Education program sort the beads and resell them. In doing so, the students learn and develop employment skills. Krispy Kreme's contributions to Augusta Evans over the years have been immense, as the store also donates dozens of donuts for programs such as Parenting Day, the Transition Fair, parenting meetings, and more. Krispy Kreme shows devotion and real compassion for Augusta Evans and its students. Thank you.
To Ms. Kidd and to the representative of Krispy Kreme, we want to say thank you so much for partnering with Augusta Evans for this fine project. Thanks for being around for quite a while. We appreciate that, and we look forward to future endeavors with Krispy Kreme. We have a certificate of recognition since Mobile County Public School System certificate of recognition awarded to Krispy Kreme. One of those speed program taking part in Augusta Evans Career Technical Education Program signed by Ms. Martha Peach, Lieutenant, and all the boards. Congratulations. If you have some coupons, I'll take it.
Right now.
Come on, would you like to say something, please?
Well, I would, thank y'all. I love it here, I'm sorry. But I wanna say, this is a huge program, this is 15 years going on. Started very, very small. I think we collected maybe 30 bins. You see how many bins we
30
collected?
bins.
Please be patient, because y'all all seen the line. Turn in the bees. But we did it for 2 days. And you see how many bees the community support coming to this. And they know, I would say 90% knows what it's going to. It's a huge thing for the community. Everybody wins. Everybody, the kid, picking the bees, parents don't wanna deal with it. About a month later, we try to beat them, get something nice. Then we do something nice with the bees. So, I don't know how much money you raise with selling the bees.
We raised about $80,000.
Oh,
last year.
man.
But it's our sole income for it.
Wow.
There's very little other funding that we receive. We're so committed, we want to for Chris and Mr. McIntyre for stepping up. And they donated a building for our bee program about, I think maybe about 6 months ago or however long. He walked around the school, Mr. McIntyre, and he was so touched by our school and his just endless commitment to our school, and he said, I will pay for the building.
I just wanted to say one thing. Mr. McAleer, Terry McAleer Roberts was at WGOK when we started over with Dickie Roberts over in the bottom over in WGOK.
Yeah. We want to say to all our recipients and especially to Krispy Kreme, again, how much we appreciate the recognitions and the outstanding achievement that our students are achieving. Contrary to what the people in Washington say about the school system in Mobile County, I think we're doing a pretty good job in as much as we have to try to educate every child, even if they don't want to. And again, our hats off to Krispy Kreme, and I will be by with my coupon.
And now I'd like to call forward Miss Martha Peak, Miss Janet Lafard, and Patsy Hamilton, and Lisa Harlan with the Daughters of the American Revolution, and also Dr. Crenshaw. September was a busy month for the Daughters of the American Revolution, as the group sponsored activities to promote Star Spangled Banner Week and Constitution Week in our schools. Tonight, the Tristan de Luna chapter of the DAR is here to present a special award to Superintendent Martha Peak as leader of Mobile County Public Schools.
What a surprise.
The DAR is recognizing MCPSS for observing the anniversary of the signing of the Constitution last week and for distributing educational materials to all fifth graders to learn about the significance of our Constitution. Constitution Week culminated last Tuesday with a bell ringing ceremony at Battleship Memorial Park featuring PACE students from Dodge Elementary, where Miss Janet Lafard is the teacher. Now, Miss Lafard, Patsy Hamilton, and Lisa Harlan with the DAR will present Miss Peak with the National Society Daughters of the American Revolution Excellence in American History Medal.
I just want to say a couple of things. I
think Renee's covered it pretty well, but I'm Constitution Week chairperson, and it's just been a real pleasure to work with you for 2 years. You have just been so supportive of helping us get the materials out to all the fifth grade public school teachers. And in effect, it's helped, educate those students about the importance of the Constitution and patriotism. So those are some of the goals of the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution. And we are very grateful to you and have loved working with you these past 2 years. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me just add that this really is an award that should go to the Daughters of the American Revolution and this chapter, because they come in, they furnish all the curriculum materials and the materials to use in our schools. And one thing, we've come a long way with closing the achievement gap and working on math and reading, but in that, sometimes social studies and history doesn't get the attention that it needs. So with these programs that come in like this, and the Tristan da Luna chapter certainly promotes it here, it's very important for our students. Because if you don't know your history, you don't know the foundation of your nation. So we need to give them a round of applause. This is certainly a surprise and an honor. Thank you very much.
Well, and there is one more thing that will also be a surprise. We truly do appreciate all the support. Anyone who's a teacher, we know how important it is to have people from the community help you with supplies, and just like we just saw with the Mardi Gras beads. And so at the bell ringing, Mrs. Peak and I were talking, and she admired something. And I said something to it's called the Regent. I didn't know about DAR until DAR came to my school. I had no idea. So we have from Mrs. Peak something that she can also remember all her support of our bell ringing and other activities. And she did not know about that.
I didn't. Thank you very much. It's beautiful. It's this lovely pendant that is worn. So thank you very much. And so I will certainly add it to my flag that I wear and also wear this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
How lovely. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. And what a nice surprise. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate all the support all around.
Thank you so much. I'll have it on tomorrow.
All right, Ms. Endo, are there any more recognitions? Okay. At this time, we will have the citizen request. We have one, Dr. Todd Greer. Dr. Greer?
Thank you so much for your time, Commissioners, Superintendent Peak. I am going to pass around a packet here from the PTA at Mary B. Austin Elementary.
Sir.
Thank you so much. July 8th is a day that I will not forget, and it's not just because it's my wife's birthday. July 8th, we lost the Glennis T. Mason Learning Center as it was destroyed by fire. That historic building had served as a centerpiece for so many students who had gone through Mary B. Austin Elementary School. It was a multi-purpose facility serving as an office for physical education teachers, a technology classroom, an indoor gym area during times of inclement weather. It served to house PTA events, performances, ceremonies. It was an indoor cover for our bus dismissal. It served as a place for small groups to be able to come together to work and to house our children in so many different areas, including the student electives. It was a staple not only to the school, but also to the Spring Hill community. Since the loss of the building, the students at Mary B. Austin have had less access to physical education activities during times of extreme weather. Not that we have, much rain in our region, but, if that were to happen, you could imagine the challenge of bringing together students in a classroom as opposed to an area that they can actually exercise and get some of that energy out that us parents hope they never come home with. It is an important thing, and we want to ask for your consideration. I know that this is an untimely request. I know it's something that doesn't fit in the norms of the school board and the operations, but this is a very important request on behalf of myself, my colleagues that are here with me tonight, Kenneth Robinson, Chris Estes, parents throughout the school, including the multiple pages of petition signers for our event. We would love to request for you guys to consider the funding of a new facility, a multi-purpose facility, to take the place of the Glennis T. Mason building. Thank you so much.
Okay, there are not any other persons who wish to appear. At this time, we would go to the agenda, the action items. While Ms. Peters confirmed Mr. Hack, let me just say for the record, these items that we will be voting on tonight have been vetted in a work session where the board members were able to go through each one of them, ask questions, have some deleted and whatnot. So you may see that we're not running through them, we'll be moving through them quite fast, but again, they have been vetted by the board. Ms. Pete, action items.
I call your attention to several. G5 has been added. It's the approval of the 2017-18 salary schedule. You'll recall there were 3 hearings, and you will see the additions and changes in the salary schedule following those hearings. So G5. G12 is a contract for the Reading Buddy program that is with the Mobile Area Education Foundation. This is a program that's been going on for a number of years, has been in connection with the Partners in Education, but the school system now is doing Partners in Ed, and this is to continue the Reading Buddy program. G19 is a contract with Bethea Scientific Research Institute. This is for Dr. Al Richardson to work with students in Point Academy and also Strickland Youth Center to provide supplemental services, character development, and leadership training. This is a contract we have each year. It's just under a different name this year. Action item G50 is a contract with Bishop State College, the nursing, to provide students clinical experience. G54, University of Mobile, to provide nursing services, clinical support. G50 is to provide supplemental education services. Excuse me, I've got my numbers mixed up here. G50 is the agreement with the Board of School Commissioners and Bishop State Community College, College of Nursing. And G51 is an agreement between the Board of School Commissioners and the University of Mobile School of Nursing. Also on there, I would ask that make one change. I've had several questions about the sale of property from board members. Would like to pull tonight G54 and G55. That's the sale of College Park vacant property, and G55, the sale of the old CLC school property. Those are pulled. G56, you'll see an addition of a proposed teacher recruiting schedule. This is the schedule that is on the agenda every year, and it's for blanket approval for travel to recruit teachers. With that, those are the changes and the correction on the agenda. We'll begin with
Ms. Pete, before you go to that, would you just make a note on item 56, which is proposed teaching recruiting schedule? Can you and Mr. Hack pull together some data in terms of how successful we were at HBCUs in terms of recruiting?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We can do that.
Yeah. You have it already? Okay, that'd be fine. Go ahead, proceed.
We'll put it in Friday report and get it to you. Action item G1, we'd ask that you approve the resolution to continue the special one meal tax for capital outlay and one meal tax for general purposes.
Mr. Chairman,
Dr. Foster.
move approval of items 1 through 25.
Second.
Moving proper second, we approve action item 1 through 25. Any unreadness? All in favor?
No,
Yes, sir.
I got one question
Yes.
about number 5.
Number 5,
Yeah,
okay.
it's the salary schedule. I just asked that maybe, maybe during this year, Ms. Peak, or we can get a committee together and look at redoing the salary schedule and, put more thought into it and maybe bring some proposal. Maybe we could put a committee together that can look at that during the year, so maybe in the year when we redo it, that we can look at it again and maybe make some suggestions. I know we
Yes.
talk about it a lot, and it just kind of, year flies by and it just kind of sneaks up on us, so just wonder if we could,
Sure.
ask the, commissioners that we can put a committee together and take a really good look at it.
I think Dr. Foster and Mr. Stringfellow on that committee, so we can get that committee together and go through the entire salary schedule.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we did receive a motion and a second, that's correct?
That's correct.
All right. Any further unreadness? All in favor by sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Action item G25 is a contract with Sandra K.
26.
26.
Action item G26 is a contract with Sandra K. Allen to provide mathematics support services at Holloway Elementary School.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Stringfellow?
I move for approval action items G26 through G53.
Let me ask that you take it to 49, please.
49 then, sir,
All
I'll
right.
modify
We got a motion and a second that we take action item 26 through 49. Any unreadness? All in favor by sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Action item G50 is an agreement between the Board of School Commissioners of Mobile County and Bishop State Community College to provide clinical nursing services for those students who are in nurses training at Bishop State.
Jim, can we just take that item by itself and then we'll go to 51? What's the pleasure of the board on item 50?
approval.
Second.
All right, any unreadness? Let the record show that I abstained from voting on that matter in as much as I'm employed at Bishop State. Okay?
Action item.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Any further unreadiness? All in favor by sign of aye? Aye. Opposers? Motion, let the record show I abstain. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Pete.
I'm getting faster than you
Yes,
tonight.
I know, that's scary.
have some with
Action
it.
item G51 is an agreement between the Board of School Commissioners of Mobile County and the University of Mobile, also to provide clinical nursing services for the students to be able to train with our school nurses.
What's the pleasure of the board?
I move for approval.
Second.
All right, moving proper second that we approve that action item in unreadness. All in favor by sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Action item G52 is a contract with Point Academy. This is to provide supplemental services for the students who are attending Point. These are nonviolent adjudicated youth. Also provides professional development and supplementary tutoring for the students at Point.
Mr. Chairman,
Dr. Foster.
move approval of 52, 53, since 54 and 55 have been pulled, we don't need to do that, and 56.
All right. The motion second, we approve those action items with the exclusion of item 54 and 55. Any unreadness? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried.
Action item G57, as that the board uphold the decision, the superintendent's decision on step 3 grievance that you've been provided under separate cover.
Step 4. That's step 4, isn't it?
Step 4, but my decision on step 3, and then it moved to step 4.
Oh, did, okay. All
Mr.
right.
Chairman,
Yes, sir, Mr. Stringfellow.
move for approval action items G57 through 65.
All right, we got a motion to approve action item G57 through 65. Any unreadness? All in favor, vote by sign of aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Consent agenda.
Consent agenda H, we'd ask that you approve the schedule and the fees for Mobile County Public School bands to participate in the Mardi Gras organization parades this year, 2018.
Mr. Chairman,
Dr. Foster,
Move approval of 1 through 5 under the consent agenda.
get a second?
Second.
Move a proper second, we approve action items 1 through 5. Any unreadness? All in favor of a sign of aye. Aye. Opposes? Motion carried.
Action item I, there are no expulsions tonight. We'd ask that you review information items in J as listed. That's your usual monthly financial statement and purchase orders of $5,000 and over. And that concludes the items of business for tonight.
Okay. Any further items for discussion? Any old business? Any board superintendent requests, keeping in mind the request from Mr. Stringfellow to put the committee together, review the salary schedule prior to the next review of it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any pending matters? Attorney-client privilege, Mr. Attorney?
I've sent the board 3 emails regarding legal matters for the board to consider.
All right. You gentlemen, each one of you had a chance to review those matters? Anybody?
We have.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Stringfellow?
I move for approval of the attorney's information on these positions.
Okay.
Second.
We have moved proper second that we concur with the attorney's recommendation on the 3 said matters under the attorney-client privileges. Any unreadness? All in favor by sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposes? Motion carried. Any scheduled meetings, Ms. Pete, Mr. Hack?
I'd like to ask the board to consider a facilities committee meeting on Tuesday, October the 17th. And it's then because Dr. Foster will be out of town until the 16th. So we could have a facilities committee meeting on the 17th.
Okay, all right. Jim, is that okay with everybody's schedule?
All right.
Okay, all right.
What day of the week is that?
That's Tuesday, the 17th. And do you want to have it at noon as usual, or
I would say no.
what time?
I would say no. What do you say?
I say no.
Mr. Stringfellow?
That's fine, sir.
Mr. Hartwell?
It's fine.
Dr. Foster?
Yes.
It doesn't matter what you do. Okay. All right.
Okay, Tuesday, October the 17th, Facilities Committee meeting.
Okay. Any further meetings? Okay. Mr. Stringfellow, you have any announcements?
No, sir, I don't.
Mr.
No,
Dr.
sir.
Foster? Mr. Hartwell?
No, sir.
Mr. Battles?
Nothing, I'll be traveling to Montgomery this weekend to the ASB meeting.
Yeah.
Try to take a little training and try to get many more updates so I can beat my requirements.
So you keep your position. Yeah. Let me just say to all those individuals that I didn't see on Tuesday, thank you for your prayers, thank you for your cards, and anything else you may have forward to me during the loss of my son. We raise our children, and regardless of what they are, what they do, they still belong to us, and we love them. And I love my son very much. So again, I just appreciate seeing so many of you at the funeral, and also the cards I received. Again, thank you, and keep me in your prayers. We have a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carry.